Well, some employers are on high alert for tighter immigration enforcement. Hospitality, construction, agriculture are the industries believed to be most vulnerable here. Companies that fail to verify their worker status could also face thousands of dollars in fines if they are found in violation of employment law. George Carrillo is the co-founder and CEO of the Hispanic Construction Council and joins me now. George, it's good to have you with us this afternoon. We just heard, I'm not sure if you could hear in my colleague John King's piece, but he spoke with a state lawmaker in Nebraska who said she believes her state can handle any sort of disruption that may come in a number of different industries because of immigration enforcement. Is that what you're hearing across the country?
So, what I'm hearing across the country is that there's worry amongst business owners. Right now, as a nation, we have to understand we're about 1.7 million people short in this country when it comes to the workforce. And in the construction industry, we're short about a half a million. Our organization has been working very closely with Congress. We've been reaching out to both the Republicans and Democrats to really educate them on the impact of mass immigration and what that's going to do with our economy. I think sometimes what is surprising is that people really aren't understanding what that impact is. They fail to recognize and see the value of immigrants in our community. And what they're looking at only is this one area of punitive punishment because they came over the border illegally, regardless of what their intention is. I think as an organization, what I do know is that we want to see safe communities. We want to see our borders being reinforced. We want people to respect our laws. But we also understand and we acknowledge all of the hard work and passion that our immigrant community provides, our undocumented immigrants. There's so many that are there that are great workers. They're great family members and citizens. You know, we go to church with them. We work with them. We want them to be able to remain here, and we believe that there's a pathway to be able to do this in a dignified way that provides that ability either through a work visa program without detrimenting our economy and making everybody come back and come through already a broken immigration process.
You mentioned the potential for that program, that you've been speaking with members on both sides of the aisle in Congress. Where are those conversations actually getting you? Is there an appetite for something like that?
Well, the appetite that we're telling them is that, look, for the first time in history, Hispanics elected this president and this Congress. We were a major driver, and we elected them because we think that they're going to be able to provide change, good, comprehensive, holistic change. And so we're bringing that to everybody's, radar of the impact of the Hispanic community. We are tired to see both Democrats and Republicans kick this can down the street, and over administration and generation, we see this instability in our community and not acknowledging the contributions that we contribute. There is a solution though out there. And that's the Dignity Act. Let's get the Dignity Act back on the floor. Let's have Congress pass and let's get it to the president's desk.
I know you, correct me if I'm wrong on these numbers, but what I have is of the 4.3 million workers that you represent, about 18 to 20%, probably roughly about 900,000 of them are estimated to be undocumented. I know there have been multiple reports, I'm sure you're hearing it, about workers who are concerned about showing up. They're worried about raids. They're worried about what could happen. Should employers be facing more of the consequences for employing undocumented workers?
Well, I think everybody from employers to the government to unions, everybody has benefited from undocumented workers. And for some, they've taken advantage. And for the people that have taken advantage of undocumented workers by not paying them appropriate wages or not even paying them at all, there should be some punitive action on them, regardless of their status. If someone produces good work, they should be paid for that work. Mm-hmm. And when I think of for small business owners, the process that everybody goes through a hiring process. Everybody's trying to complete the job that's put before them. But do we put the ownership on only the small business owner? Or do we start putting some of that ownership onto our government because they haven't been able to provide us with a stable workforce? They haven't provided solutions to our immigration. They haven't provided immigration reform since Reagan.
When you push them on that, the lack of action, the fact that, and we have seen this from both parties, and we have seen it, frankly, for decades now, this can getting kicked down the road. And immigration is a massive problem. There is not one solution that's going to fix everything. Again, just real quickly before I let you go, what is your message to those lawmakers in terms of why they can't get things done?
So, what I'm asking lawmakers is look, there's a solution on the table. The Dignity Act of 2023, which was actually started by Congresswoman Salazar from Miami. Let's get that out of committee. Let's present that on the floor. There is a solution here. The Republican Party can take advantage of this moment and create history here and pass legislation and come up with good legislative reform, a bill that provides balance of honoring our laws, securing our borders, but also showing the world that we continue to be the superpower by having that empathy for the hardworking people that are contributing to our economy every single day. Let's give them a work visa. For our dreamers, let's put this to rest. They may not have been born here, but guess what? This is the only home that they know, and they honor this country. And so let's honor them back and give them a pathway towards citizenship. And let's
George,
stop kicking this can down the road.
George Carrillo, appreciate your time today. Thank you.